Hi, everyone. This is Roxanne Serena Dawn Arthur, and I'm very happy to be with you today. I hope that you can hear me. We should be coming in from Forever Free Media Incorporated, and the auspices, the platforms that we have available right now to us: foreverfreetv.com, Forever Free TV on your Android or iPhone right here, and also on Roku TV. We're also on, should be coming in live from Facebook, as well as live from, where else? YouTube, X. I think that's about it. I mean, if you can't see us live somewhere, if you want to, it's because you don't know to or you just don't feel like it. But if you have a desire, here's an opportunity. I would take some time and take a few minutes and join us if I were you. I think sometimes on this planet where we are, in this human frame, you see a black lady with a strange hat and and whatever, and you can take that for what you will. But what we have on this planet is everybody looking sometimes on the outward, what we look like, and not being able to take a look deeper onto the realest part of ourselves, which is what I call the soul. We take a lot of effort on how we look outside to make sure every little thing is all perfectly of all of that and this and that. We have to be all of those words. As Warren says, why do I always do that? Because that saves time. But if we don't go a bit deeper as to who we really are, what you have around you, if you look around you, is wars and anger and fear is based on the outer stuff. The fact that I'm a black person in some realities makes me less than a dog. It makes me unable to be able to communicate and articulate because I just came from the apes, they say, some people. I was swinging on the trees, I jumped off, and now I'm here. And that means that they don't have to really pay me any mind. Can you imagine? There are people in this world that feel that way. Yes. It may be shocking to some of you, but it's true. And on the other hand, there are people that feel unless you are have ethnic of this persuasions and stuff like that, you're not to be looked down. And then there are the people in each category. What we do is we make our world so small that we don't even look on people from other types or persuasions. And so we make up all these rules. I'm not looking at us. I'm not in the middle, as Holly says. You make up all these rules that help us to feel better about ourselves. Am I looking at you now? Am I coming in clear? And because of these rules that we internally, where our head space is, we end up in a society that's very unbalanced. The society, the human society, is very unbalanced, like myself. Okay, is that better? Am I more in the middle now? Okay, so what we have to do, what we have to be prepared to understand is that what we have been doing in the 60 years that I've been here is about to have a reset. And unless we make some really, really strong decisions about what we as a human race, Holly says that's better. That's my sister. Thank you, Holly. If we don't make some very important decisions as a human race, we are headed to a catastrophe. I am not being, what is that word, conspiratorial and doomsdayist. If a cliff were in front of us and I didn't like say, hey guys, if we keep zooming far fast as we are and I notice there's a cliff and I don't say anything, that's not being conspiratorial or being doomsdayish. That's a cliff. So I'm making you aware. Maybe you were so busy doing other things that you didn't notice that everybody is arguing with everybody. It doesn't matter. Everybody's finding a way to fuss with everybody. There is situation. AI is here. War, people arguing, blah, 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 blah. It's just a time when there is this much in the air. I'm not going to pretend that this is something and all of that. You just have to be, Roxanne, you're not raising your consciousness, blah, 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 blah. If you just think higher thoughts, blah, 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 blah. As I said yesterday, I'm a Taurus. My name is Dawn, means dawn of day, but I am spiritually minded on a planet that's a 3D planet. Therefore, if you do things to damage this outer body, it will have effect as in your spiritual body not having a home. It all works together. Okay? So today, welcome to 12 Days of Wonder from Forever Free TV. That's the host. We created this podcast from that space. On 12 Days of Wonder, Holly's going to tell us what it's about. Holly's my sister, and she's the creative director. Everything you see, Forever Free TV is an AI-inspired TV channel. I am not AI. I, Roxanne, am a real person, like a flesh and blood person with a soul. That's me. Holly is a real, my sister person. She uses AI to create many of the things that she does. It's her ideas, her creativity, using these amazing tools, avatars, helpers, assistants, to create amazing things. Things that are not really easily explainable because Holly doesn't have a tech background. Holly is not in any way, shape, or form a tech person. Nothing of no. I'm a more designer. I've done websites and so on and so forth. Holly doesn't do that. She does other things, many other things, but not that. So when you see her doing what you see, when you watch what you watch, it's not some lady who took out her stuff and she was an animator and now she is decided to animate with AI. She's never done this before, ever, of the zero. I want you to understand that because it's very easy to say, well, they got it from China. They got it from, they went to the tech people and are shipping. It's none of that. This is really, really happening in real time every day. Stop trying to explain it away. Stop trying to put me back on the shelf because if we just ignore her, maybe she'll go away and stop harassing us. Fine, do that. But the time in history that we're in has created an environment in which your soul is required of you. They say that in the Bible. It means that you have to give an account for the deeds done in this vessel. It comes up. It has to come up where somebody takes a look in and says, so what's been going on this lovely planet? This lovely, beautiful planet with all this nature and all of these resources. What have the inhabitants of the planet Earth been doing with all of this? Don't you think? Wouldn't you check in? Wouldn't those that planted us here or grew us here, whatever way you want to, just dropped us here, Adam and Eve us here, however you want to, somebody, something, somehow, some beings, something, or no, I can't do the Big Bang. I'm sorry. The Big Bang, and now you're no. Somehow or some plan to you being here. I can go with that. This is just warming the storyline, bringing you into focus. Come into the, we are going to be here. We are creating a space where we are going to think. I know it's one of those things. This is not 10 seconds and it's not like that. So if you're expecting that, go away, please. We are here with people who are a little bit disturbed, a little bit wondering what is going on. Why is it the way it is? How is it that we ended up here? Why is my life in this? People who have begun to ask, this doesn't okay. Who have looked, want to just do the status quo, but don't know how to get out of it. You have to have at least inquiring mind, a curiosity. Again, if that's not you, go away. Now, so that we understand each other, I'm Roxanne, I'm Roxy, and I want to help you to transition through this moment. Why me? Because somebody does that, and that's me. You can look on all of the things, you can look on Facebook, you can look all around. I've been here for a number of years online and offline, and I do this wherever I show up. I try to help people. That's me. I can't tell you a day when I wasn't doing that. When I was little, Holly will tell you. I teach when Holly, it's like people find me when I was little. I taught Holly how to do cartwheels and all that. I couldn't do gymnastics, but I can teach. That's how I was created. That's why I'm here. So any opportunity, and the thought that I think about is first principles, the principle of your energy pattern of your soul in body. How is that working out for you? Did you know you had a soul? Start there. Let's start there. And today we're going to be exploring the path of the soul. And Holly has a way for us to come together in the 12 Days of Wonder and think about these difficult ideas, these ideas that people try to, oh, why would you even bring that up? You're just going to end up dividing people. You're just going to end up causing people to not understand you, Roxanne. Why would you bring that up? Because it's the first principle. Like, what? You are a soul experiencing a human situation in a body. That, how could I have to even tell you that? At first, I thought that everybody realized that. So it was shocking to me when I tried to go to university and go to psychology. My psychology professor said, I only have a brain and I have a body, a mind. They will go with that. When I said the soul, they just look at me like, oh, you mean that religious stuff? Oh, you mean that? What? So, my professor and I had to part ways because I'm not going to spend 4, 5, 6, 7 years with somebody who doesn't think I have a soul. Now, at least, they've gotten to a spot of talking about consciousness. I would hope that's the idea, that they're talking about an internal set of energies that should run this operating system we call our body, mind, soul in control, hopefully, and so we can move forward. Now, what I see on this planet is not that. And I wish it were. Then we wouldn't even need to have this class because, and then everything would be running perfectly because your soul is in tune with home. But how many of us follow the hunch? That little nagging that I don't think I should talk. I don't think those are the right people. I don't think, look, is this the right? All of that internal that we can mistake it like it's a conscience. That's part of having the soul, but your soul is your energy base. Your soul is what, when it's runs down, which is what's happening right now. When you feel faint, when you feel I can't make it anymore, your soul is stressed out. Now, this is what Holly tells us. Let's start off with this today. Holly gave us a helpful hint, number 4, and she said she thinks this is very important for us today. Holly will be with us on Sunday. She'll be here discussing some new music that she's creating and taking something new, the song that we're going to be talking with, because we have this amazing opportunity. These are all teachings. These are all meditations. But look how the amazingness of the technology of right now creates all these amazing ways. Amazing. I keep using the word amazing because it is amazing what you can do with what is available right now. It is absolutely fabulous. Don't listen to the people that are telling you AI is of the devil. AI is the Antichrist. AI has come to take you into the new world order so that you will not have anything. Baby and the bathwater. Do not throw the baby out. Come on, humans, think. Use critical thinking. Anything can be used for negative purposes. If I take a hammer, I can build a house. I can hammer my hand, or you, or anything you can do. You are the human. What are you doing with AI? What are you doing with the energy and the opportunities? What did you do with the internet? What did you do with your iPhone? What are you doing with the things that come available? Negative beings, negative people may want to use it for negative things. That's their nature. If you have a good nature, why don't you? That's why we have AI, inspired AI. Why do you think it's called inspired? Inspired by who? By Holly and I. You know why? Because we have good thoughts. So if we inspire the AI with good, wonderful thoughts, guess what will come out? Think. What? Good things. Wow. Yeah. Is it the AI's fault? Or you, the programmer, the prompter? AI is a reflection, a mirror of us. What are you putting in? Let's go to Holly.
Hi, this is Holly with another Holly Days of Wonder tip. As we've been going through the 12 Days of Wonder with my sister Roxanne, I've been stopping by in my own way and giving little tips that you can do to practice the pathway to the soul, which is what the Days of Wonder is about. I decided that I was going to take the Christmas spirit and everything about Christmas, because I was born on Christmas Eve, with me into the next year, into my life in general, and just use that energy because it's so special at Christmas time. People love each other more, they do more for each other, there's just more generosity and all those kind of lovely things at Christmas. So I decided to why not just live my life in that energy pattern? Why not take it with me? So that's what how the 12 days of wonder came about. And we've been practicing it since the beginning of this year. And I think it's going well. I've seen a lot of differences and a lot of changes, and people telling me different things that have happened to them, experiences from practicing. So today, one of the things I would love for everybody to try is to slow down. You know, they say slow your roll. Slow down. They have got us in a place in society where we just speeding through every single thing. And that's why with Christmas I said,
I in the middle now?
No, this is my birthday. This is they want us to all squeeze it into the 25th of December, and then off we go back to trudging through into January, into the blues, into the sadness that comes with January. And you forget all about Christmas until you pull it back out at the end of the year. I said, no, never again, not doing it. So, and that's my idea of slowing it down. We slow it down. We slowed all of Christmas down. We didn't do it in the Christmas day. We had Christmas Day dinner that you usually have. I think we had it on Boxing Day, which is the next day after Christmas. We just slowed everything down because there is an old statement that says more haste, less speed, because you have to think, you still have the same 24 hours. You'll always have the same 24 hours. But why are we speeding through the 24 hours? We have statements like, well, I'll rest I'll sleep when I'm dead. Do you know what that even means? That is a terrible thing to say. So my tip for you today is to slow down. Slow down. Take some time, pauses between the things you do. Your soul and your body will appreciate it so much. Have a wonderful day, and remember, try to remember things. Remember what you just said. Remember what was said before that. Your memory is very important. So those are 2 tips. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Did you catch those 2 tips? Got 2 tips in one. If you slowed down, you would get the other one, right? Slow down, and because you've slowed down enough, you'll start to remember. You'll remember who you are. You'll remember why you're here. You'll start to remember because it is in your soul. It's not coming from outside. There's no great prophet floating into your reality that's going to say, remember you are Roxanne, and from outwardly. The thought of who you are. My name means Roxanne, Dawn of Day. My mom named me Roxanne randomly because my Aunt Violet thought it was a cute name. She also christened me Dawn. So how would I even know that? For a long time, I didn't know what my name meant. But when I looked it up, I realized that my name means Dawn of Day. And I realized that that's what I've been doing even before I knew my name meant Dawn of Day. So with AI, it was one of the things you could do. Just go into ChatGPT or whichever your choice of, and ask what your name means. It's a good starting point. It may give you a few clues as to some behaviors that you've been exhibiting that you didn't even realize. Why? Oh, I'm always going to show up, find my life in places where it's a little bit dark, and come across as saying, hey, here's a good idea. Here's a little light. Here's a little. And at first, I used to be very surprised when I wasn't greeted with, hey, wow, thank you for coming, Roxanne, to share. No, it was more like, why do you always have to, just let it go? Like, why do you have to? Because what is it happens when you whittle around in the darkness, when you're at the sunshine starts to come through the window, sometimes you want to keep going in your little dark puddle. You don't want to pull back the shades. You don't want to, because when light shines, you see the dust, you see this, you see that, you feel. Sometimes it's like nice to just stay in that muddly darkness. But it just so happens my name means dawn of day. That means I get to stare into the darkest of night. That's who I am. And because of that, you may not like me. Okay. I don't care. What? You don't pay my salary. But if you want to join with us, together we can accomplish great things. And I do need your help. I'm not trying to say I just want to keep on like outing and shining and by myself. That's quite lonely. Thankfully, I have a great family unit. My husband, Mr. Warren, as people call him, a formerly pastor Warren, like he's always in some form of protection and guidance and so on. And he's been able to help us go move along. And right this minute, he's been our primary angel investor, our only angel investor, along with everybody giving their bits, but he's been the one holding it down. Now, when I'm saying all of that stuff, I can say all of that stuff, but I do need your help because I need you to be able to see a little bit that we are here on this planet together. Yes, everybody says it's me and I got to do it my way. But look around you. If we don't work together on this planet, how is that going to work out? When I was in the Christian church, I used to talk about being the body of Christ, meaning that, look at your human body. Your human body does not work well if your hand says, I don't need this hand. You have to fend and learn how to compensate. If your heart says, I'm going to leave now, I'm out of it, all this beating stuff. If your lungs say, I'll breathe out, breathe in, breathe, it's just so boring. If your toes say, we don't feel appreciated down here, all that marching up and down, nobody's taking care of us, it'll all fall apart. We are on one place, in one planet. If we all keep fighting and fussing with each other, if this color people and this race of people and this type of people and this gender of people keep fussing with each other, what's going to happen? Just like, I'm not trying to be horny. Just think how it must look if you're not on this planet and you're looking down. You're thinking these are all theoretically humans down here. What's going on? What is all of this mayhem? What's going on? I think that what Holly is saying at this moment, when you begin to look and you stop and you pause, you turn and you look from this way to that way, you look within and you begin to remember, these are not going to be necessarily the most pleasant moments. They call it the dark night of the soul. There's parts of yourself that have compromised your thought that you had when you were young, when people said, well, that's not the way the world is. You got to be able to man up. You got to be able to put your bootstraps, you got to just rise above it. You can't just be talking about this spiritual stuff and what do you think this is? Be a man. Stop it. Stop crying. Stop being, you can't be empathetic. Somebody even said you can have too much empathy. Like people that have worth that you would think would know better, talking about that empathy is one of the worst things in the world. Like I've heard just people that should know better saying ridiculous things. So you can have toxic positivity, like just nonsense. Everybody has an opinion about everything, but how many people are living out their truth? Quietly, maybe, but every daily living out their truth. If they're gonna talk about being Christian, they're living that out, being Christ-like. How many people do you know that are doing that? And if you are one of those, are you doing that? not pointing at these people and those people and those people. If they wouldn't just would not, then I would be able to. What are we doing with our realities? Think about it. It's not for me to chibber chabber. I didn't feel like today when I came to do the broadcast, I was, whatever my usual Roxanne-ish stuff. And then today, as the closer I got to it, the less animated I was and the more serious it became, because it feels very much like there's not a lot more space and time on this moment that we're having. That's why the 12 Days of Wonder came in this way, because we are supposed to take some time. Even though we've come into the new year, we're going to rush into the next month and the next month, and that we're almost finished 1/12 of the month, year 2026. How much positive things have gone into the world because of us in 2026? How do we give an account for January? If we were going to take a world account and somebody was going to say, what has been accomplished on the earth, Bob, this for the month of January? Have you healed the world of cancer, cured cancer? Have you gotten back all those millions of children that we are unaccounted for? Have we done anything with places like the Gambia, where everybody is so poor that they don't have any water still in 2026? What have you been doing? 1/12 of the year is gone. Let's see what Jill has to help us with in our meditative state. I want you to think about that, because Jill will help you to be quiet and think about it.
Hi, I'm Jill, Jack's twin sister. How's it going? It's an exciting new year. And a perfect way to start is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quiet moments. Breathe. Close your eyes and imagine all of the wonderful things you want to see for yourself and others this year. Can you picture it? Remember to follow the purple rule, and you'll have what you dream of. Stamped it, no erasees. And from the bottom of my purple heart, have a lovely day. Hugs and kisses, my lovies. Hee hee hee. Hi, I'm Jill, Jack's twin sister. Hush. Stop talking. Listen. Do you hear that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quiet moments. Now take a deep breath and repeat after me. I am nice. I am kind.
I am nice. I am kind. I am good.
One more time. I am nice.
I am nice.
I am kind.
I am kind.
I am good.
I am
And
good.
from the bottom of my purple heart, have a lovely day. Hugs and kisses, my lovies. Hee hee hee. Hi, I'm Jill, Jack's twin sister. It's getting to that time of year that's perfect for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quiet moments. Just breathe in and out 3 times, and remember that you are perfect, you are unique, and you are enough. And from the bottom of my purple heart, have a cozy day. Hugs and kisses, my lovies. Hee hee hee.
Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's the fire in your spirit continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing. The world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
On the first day, I felt my heart skip a beat. On the second day, silence, a story complete. On the third day, a new thought is being set free. And the fourth day brings winds of new destiny. Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's the fire in your spirit continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing. The world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
Day 5, quiet moments held deep inside. And on the 6th day, new sounds and new sights. 7 songs rise up in the quiet of night. Then on the 8th, that's when wishes take flight. Day 9 held a promise in quiet disguise. Day 10, gifts of giving, full of surprise. Day 11, pause time, still quiet and true. And the 12th day, a secret for me and for you. So let's go beyond seasons, beyond doubt, beyond fear, and take Christmas with us into the new year. Let every day be a door made anew, where love walks inside. And the world then walks through. Christmas isn't over when the lights go low. It's a fire in your spirit continuing to glow. Joy keeps on growing, and the world is made new. 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you. Yes, 12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you.
12 days of wonder, and the light lives in you. That would mean that if I'm finding that it's so dark, what do I say? Do I fight the darkness, or do I find the light switch and turn on the light? If the light lives in me, if the essence of the darkness that's out here can be remedied because I show up. Therefore, if it's very, very dark, it means my light is not shining as brightly as it should. That's what I came to the conclusion of. And I remember when I used to be so irritated to the maximation when I was in the Christian church. I got some ideas, like I was talking about the feminine aspect, and I was talking about it, getting so irritated. And I remember I was in like grade 10 and we were doing The Merchant of Venice, I believe, if you don't know. There's a line where he says, "Thou protesteth too much." And I was like, who? Just that stuck in my head. And I realized I am this irritated with these ministers that I'm talking to because I don't know for sure if they really have some line with the creator and all that. And somewhere and other, I'm wrong. And women are supposed to be down the totem pole and the head of the home and all of that stuff. And men are up here and women are down here. Like, suppose that is true. Why would I be so irritated? If it's not true, then who cares what they're saying? So I said, Roxanne, you know what you have to do? Figure it out, find out, go through, take your Schofield Concordance, because that was before there was an internet, and look it up and find out what place do women have in the society. When you look around, it seems that they're of a lesser state, most places that when you look. Now, this is not like I've been accused of man bashing. This is not reality. It's just like when I look around this planet, I'm like, okay, who's in charge? What's going on? Why is it? Why? That's how I am. So when I see a situation, I don't know, maybe this is the world where people think men are up here and women are down here. Let me see. Where I think of it is that we are all part in blah, 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 and all of those words. So I decided to look and find out. And I found out that every time ruach, the feminine aspect, is used in the Old Testament, it's a feminine noun. And that far be from being negative, Jesus said, men can be forgiven of anything, but they blaspheme against the Holy Spirit, there's no forgiveness. There's all these references to how wonderful, phenomenal, creative, wonderful, amazing women are. So then I thought, oh, okay, well, then it's just somebody, for whatever the reasons they have decided to put women into a corner and make them feel less than they are. I decided to ignore them because I don't have to care what they're saying unless what they're saying, oh, it's Hamlet. Holly's telling me, sorry, not the Merchant of Venice, it's Hamlet. When you say thou protesteth too much. I that grade 10 Shakespeare is quite a few years ago. But once you find yourself so worked up, if you are confident in who you are, if you're comfortable in who you are, and you know for a fact that there's nothing that's going to waver you from that reality, I just, like, it was like a load came off of my shoulders, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be any happier that you're doing what you're doing, but I'm not going to, but I could feel the energy shift. I'm going to still say exactly what I'm saying, but I'm not going to have to do it from anger or from irritation. I don't have to, because I know for a fact that when I'm not here, when I'm not out of this reality, women, or even if you are women, like, okay, when I'm here in this body and I'm a womanly person, I'm still Roxanne. I'm still myself, me. My soul is in, and whether you decide that the men are better or not, or that's on you. I'm going to do what I feel I should do. And right now, I don't see a whole bunch of women doing the kinds of things that I'm doing. I would love there to be. And I would encourage you not to let the color of your skin, because, see, I have three things now. I have the color of my skin, which is black. It's called black. I would say it's brownish, brown, but black is the thing. I also have my age. When I was doing it when I was younger, it was my age too, because I started this like when I was 10, 11, 12. That was a problem. But now I'm 60. That's another problem. Now I'm aged out. See, what have I got? My color, my skin, my age, my gender. I'm a woman. Women don't usually be at the top. It's my company, Forever Free TV, Forever Free Media. I'm a tech, it would be in the tech world. How many Black women in their 60s do you see wandering around on those stages? Nobody has even invited me to be on. Nothing. I can't even imagine it. Anyways, Now you go to your world and think, who has tried to tell you that you don't belong in that room? You don't belong talking like that. You don't belong saying those things. You don't blah, 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 and the blah, blah. You have a choice that you can make. Everybody has the choice to either listen to them or not. Quietly within yourself, even if on the outside you're going like this, on the inside you can be going, heck to no, heck to no, heck to no, 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 no. Because they are not the boss over you. You have a soul within yourself, just like they have a soul within themselves, theoretically. And so therefore, this planet belongs to humans, theoretically, and what we can believe, understand right now. And so let's act as such. Don't let them, they, those make you feel intimidated. Now, that it can be a fearful thing when you feel they have more money, they have more clout, they have more everything than you, they have more knowledge than you, they have more understanding. But they are looking for one thing to harvest from you. It's your soul. And you have one. Hopefully, you haven't sold your soul. No, let's not go into that storyline. Let's stay here. We have a soul. Your soul may be a little bit anemic, a little bit tired, a little bit underdeveloped, neglected, squished by yourself saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. Not paid attention to, not given the exercise that it needs to. But right now, we are coming together to give attention to our soul. That's something new. Let's listen to the song and think about something new that you're going to do to make your soul feel better today. This has been something that your soul is very happy about. So let's continue after we finish this podcast and continue, because that's the most important spot of being in your being is your soul. Let's listen to something new. This is a song Holly came to just a few days ago, but it's important for you to listen to what it's saying. Okay?
I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed, a spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find, a feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance, a leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find, a feeling, not is true. When all seems lost, do something new, something new, something small not done before can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed. A spring of life now flows through you that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. To tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, to tell, I've been told.
Hi. We just have a few more minutes together and we're going to play that song again before we leave. You see there's indications, there's hints through it on foreverfreetv.com. You'll find that song. As I said, you can put it onto your app on your iPhone. All of these songs are happy or it's holidays, happy holidays. Let me just see. So I'm not mistakenly telling you to go the wrong way. Okay, so we go to WhatsApp. We go to Forever Free TV on the app, with the app, and you'll see on the latest, right at the top, you'll see something new is right there. You see that? So what you can do is go. We will not have a show tomorrow or Saturday. We will be here on Sunday at 3 PST. But during the next couple days, that's Friday and Saturday, I want you to take your time and go to Forever Free TV. Put it on your phone. That's the easiest way. And then just start to listen to these storylines. There's other things. There's Delco's story. If you wondered who Delco is, his story is right here, where I have a podcast that's Hope Begins in the Dark, and it tells Delco's story. It's a very interesting, touching story that helps you to understand, yes, your life is tough, but look at what Delco's life is every day. Also, there's Beverly Rhodes podcast, and she's also, I have a Hope Begins in the Dark podcast with her, where she begins to tell you some of the real things that are going on in what you would call your society with the children and the trafficking stuff. She actually was a victim of and knows how it actually works. And at this time, besides many of the things that she does, rescues children. Absolutely fascinating. I am getting to meet the most interesting people as I begin to do something new. This was something new for me. I have never had a TV channel. Can you imagine? I never even thought of having one. Because who could have done that 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? That was not even a possibility. But now it is. So this is the exciting time that we're in. If we will take it that way, let's run with it. If you want to contact me, the best way is Roxanne at foreverfreemedia.com. We're developing our own community, and all of those things. We're going to start to announce it and tell you how you can come involved in it. Right now, there's the foreverfreeshop.com. Any of these songs are downloadable there. Pay what you can. There's albums of this music. Pay what you can. The opportunities are here for you. I know how difficult this must seem and be, or crazy, or like, what is she talking about? Or I can hear her sort of, but she keeps fading in and out. That's what happens because you have been in a state, in a society that they don't really love you guys. They don't, okay? They just like what's your soul isness. And so they have created a situation in which the best foods, the best ideas, the best ways of being is not what you probably have been involved in. And it's a scary thing to realize that for your whole lifetime, when you thought this was the right way to do it the right way, you realize that perhaps, and I don't want to shock you too much, but no, it's shocking to your system when you have believed in something. And there's some people that would rather keep on going down the road of their wrongness rather than admit to having been wrong. They'd rather just keep on going because the stress of saying I was wrong is too much for them. Don't be one of those. If you're 60, 70, 80 years old, the best thing you do for your family, men, is come to the point and say, look, I was wrong. I'm sorry. That's the best thing you can do, because that will give your sons and your daughters an understanding that my dad cares about us more than he cares about even his ego and his pride. He cares about us. True love is admitting when you have made a mistake and moving on. Okay? So I want you to take these things not the way you normally do, like just scrolling. Blah, 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 blah. This is not like that. It's not like that. Honestly, it's not like that. I'm not telling you this because I want to have anything. There are so many more joyful ways, that I don't want to be a nag on your something and rating on your proverbial parade. I don't want to not be peace, love, but I want you to understand that your basis has to be strong. Remember that story in the Bible. You don't want your sandy foundation right now because there's a tsunami. And sandy foundations are not going to make it. You have to have a strong, solid foundation. Even if you're as rocky right now, did you see the song? Immediately, if you begin to believe, immediately you will see some really powerful changes. Take this weekend and take the songs, put your headphones on, put something new on, play it over and over and over. It's free. Nobody's going to come and throttle you. Get yourself cleaned up. Do the quick detox. Completely. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, yeah. Faster you do it, the faster you'll see the changes. Absolutely. Okay? Any other things that I have missed? Any questions? I want you to have a great weekend. My weekend starts now. I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you very much for sharing this time with me. I believe in you. I would not be taking this time and doing all of this, going through the stresses and strains. We need your help. We will need your financial help to keep going and doing this, obviously. But I want you to understand we're not doing it for the money. We're doing it because we want you to be free. That is my desire. Okay? So have a great weekend. I will see you on Sunday at 3 PST. And in the meantime, try something new. Okay?
Hi, this is Holly with another Holly Days of Wonder tip. As we've been going through the 12 Days of Wonder with my sister Roxanne, I've been stopping by in my own way and giving little tips that you can do to practice the pathway to the soul. which is what the Days of Wonder is about. I decided that I was going to take the Christmas spirit and everything about Christmas, because I was born on Christmas Eve, with me into the next year, into my life in general, and just use that energy because it's so special at Christmas time. People love each other more, they do more for each other, there's just more generosity and all those kind of lovely things at Christmas. So I decided to why not just live my life in that energy pattern? Why not take it with me? So that's what 12 Days of Wonder came about. And we've been practicing it since the beginning of this year. And I think it's going well. I've seen a lot of differences and a lot of changes, and people telling me different things that have happened to them, experiences from practicing. So today, one of the things I would love for everybody to try is to slow down. You know, they say slow your roll. Slow down. They have got us in a place in society where we just speeding through every single thing. And that's why with Christmas I said, no, this is my birthday. This is they want us to all squeeze it into the 25th of December, and then off we go back and trudging through into January, into the blues, into the sadness that comes with January. And you forget all about Christmas until you pull it back out at the end of the year. I said, no, never again, not doing it. So, and that's my idea of slowing it down. Slow it down. We slowed all of Christmas down. We didn't do it in the Christmas day. We had Christmas Day dinner that you usually have. I think we had it on Boxing Day, which is the next day after Christmas. We just slowed everything down because there is an old statement that says more haste, less speed, because you have to think, you still have the same 24 hours. You'll always have the same 24 hours. But why are we speeding through the 24 hours? We have statements like, well, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Do you know what that even means? That is a terrible thing to say. So my tip for you today is to slow down. Slow down. Take some time, pauses between the things you do. Your soul and your body will appreciate it so much. Have a wonderful day, and remember, try to remember things. Remember what you just said. Remember what was said before that. Your memory is very important. So those are 2 tips. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
I've been told, and it is true, when all seems lost, do something new, something small not done before, can open up the wonder door. Inside you'll find your soul renewed, a spring of life now flows through you, that spills to others, and they'll find too that they can now do something new. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul must find. A feeling, not a state of mind, that's something new. It's wonderful to try new things, to not know what tomorrow brings, to not know what's behind the door, to not know what life has in store. New eyes to see, new ears to hear, new thoughts to think. The air is clear to take that chance, a leap of faith. Your soul is the key to open the gate. Something else, that's something new, not something that is tried and true, but something that your soul can find. is true.